Let's start with Zion out for 8 weeks. Chris, this was the concern, right? The knee, the weight, the torque, the speed and power in which he plays. I wonder if around the league, I mean, I heard an exec tell me a year ago, he's like, I love him, but I don't think he lasts 10 years.
Yeah. Well, look, we saw it in college. He lasted one game in summer league before they had to shut him down. And now it's going to be a delay on it, making his rookie debut in the NBA. The general manager, David Griffin, who I know I've covered when I covered the Cavs back in the day, he came out and had some pushback to those who were saying weight is a concern. He says Zion is an elite athlete, and this didn't contribute whatsoever to the injury. I find that really hard to believe.
Is that same here?
I find that really hard to believe. I do think during this 8 weeks, I don't think the organization is going to say it, but I do think in this 8 weeks, Zion will do all that he can to shed some of that weight because I think that's going to be the factor in if he becomes an elite player in this league, if he keeps his weight down, his conditioning up. And so I understand the organizations have to say what they have to say, but I'm just not buying it right now.
By the way, once the season starts, rookies lose weight. I mean, it's a 6,000 calorie burn a night, and you go to sleep on a plane. You know, I mean, it is hard to keep weight on during a season. I just, he's a big kid. Weight's going to be, some people, weight just is easier to put on than other people. He's just a big, strong kid.
Yeah, he is. And like you mentioned, the way that he plays, like there's so much torque and so much force, so much power. It's similar to Derrick Rose. The way Derrick Rose used to jump and leap, you can just see, look at his ankles and you look at his calves explode once he takes off. That's the kind of force that Zion puts on top of a 275-pound frame.
Klay Thompson out for the year. It really changes everything to me because I kind of felt like, listen, once you give me the three guards together, D'Angelo, Klay, Steph, they don't have much of a bench. But now this is going to put more minutes throughout the course of the year because they don't have a bench. Mm-hmm. I mean, Willie Cauley-Stein's your bench. And then it's kind of borderline NBA guys. This changes it for me. I don't feel the same way this morning knowing this is the roster. There's no bench, and Klay's not coming back. I mean, are they a playoff team, Chris?
So I'll say I got a little quick story. So it was during the preseason, last week, Lakers-Warriors. I went up to a Warriors personnel. I'm not going to mention the position, but I went up to Warriors personnel, and I was just looking at, the guys they had shooting around. I was like, you know what? I think I got you guys probably finishing around fourth in the West. That individual said, fourth? I'll take it. I'll take it. And I was a little surprised, taken back. I covered this team extensively the last 3 or 4 years, and, it's championship or bust with them.
Right.
And so, but now I'm looking at it, the way they played without Steph and Curry in that game, they got blew out by Lakers, believes something like around 40.
Yeah. I'm
thinking around 7th or 8th seed right now because Steph, he has to stay healthy to even give them a chance to be in playoff contention. Listen, we know the injuries that he's had.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have a bench. And, it's funny. When they acquired D'Angelo Russell, I defended it. And my takeaway was, they could have gotten like 2 guys, right? Mm-hmm. But D'Angelo's an easy piece to trade.
Yeah.
Right? And you've won all these championships, so you bought equity with the fans. But I look at this now, and I'm like, I don't think they move him. I think they keep him. I think this is a limited team. I think this is a team with no bench. Cross your fingers that Willie Cauley-Stein and Steph stay healthy. It could be a non-playoff team, though. If they have an injury, they're an injury away from a non-playoff team.
Particularly a Stephen Curry injury away from a non-playoff team. And you talk about the bench, Colin. Their bench has always been pretty much weak. They've just been top-heavy. Now they're not top-heavy. And the bench is still probably even borderline worse than what it was in previous years.
I said this, everybody's telling me they love parity and competitive balance. And I'm like, you know what? This whole league, my whole life, I've been watching the NBA since the 70s. I like dynasties. And all the great players, Dirk Nowitzki's one of the few that didn't play in a dynasty. Most of my favorite players, the Magics, the Michaels, the Larry Birds, they played on dynasties. Competitive balance is fine, but I want great. I do believe the Clippers have a chance to be suffocating on defense with Kawhi, arguably the best player in the league, with incredible depth. I think, now, again, load management, we're getting 65 games from Paul, but I do think there's a chance the Clippers by April, they're a prohibitive favorite to win the championship. Buy it?
No, I buy it. I buy it as of right now. They're my favorites to win the championship. But I will say this. I like the Los Angeles Lakers too. The reason I say that, I know it was the preseason. I'm talking about that Lakers-Warriors game last week. But, Colin, I saw length that I haven't seen.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
I don't know if it's ever. They had LeBron James at the point, Avery Bradley at the 2, Danny Green, Anthony Davis, and JaVale McGee. That's not even taken into consideration when Kyle Kuzma come back. All that length on the floor, versatility at of those positions, those wing positions in particular. The only thing I want to see if the Lakers have enough sharpshooters. Aside from that, I think they're going to be right there. But no, I think right now, Clippers are my favorite.
You know, it's interesting. What do you make of the Lakers' age? Kuzma's the only young legs. Doesn't that worry you?
It does. It does. LeBron James still looks spry, though. Like, he looks good. I think the Los Angeles Lakers, they know they have about a 2, maybe a 3-year window.
That's what it feels like to me. It's a really great 2-year window.
It's a good 2-year window, pushing it if it gets to 3. But that's all you can ask for, and I think that's what they're shooting for. And you look at those Clippers right there, arguably they're probably the deepest team in the league from top to bottom. They don't have weakness. Maybe they need a sharpshooter or 2, but pretty much these 2 squads don't have weakness. I would be very surprised if we don't have an all LA Western Conference Finals when it's all said and done.
All right. I do think Utah, Denver are interesting. Michael Jordan was talking about Steph Curry. Oh, brother. I feel like he's a Hall of Famer, isn't he?
I think Michael Jordan meant. I don't think it was like. I think he's not a Hall of Famer yet. Meaning that his career is not over. He hasn't reached. He hasn't been inducted into the Hall of Fame. So I think that's what Michael Jordan meant.
Oh, I didn't. That's funny. That's a different way to look through the telescope. So you'd think he's not a Hall of Fame. Oh, I see. So you're basically saying it wasn't a slight.
No, it wasn't a slight. That's how. Look, this is Michael Jordan. He great basketball IQ. He knows what players are Hall of Fame. But I think he's saying that. Ain't no thing. I'm pretty sure I know what he's saying. He's saying he's not a Hall of Famer yet. His career is not done. He's not in there.
Yeah, guys like you and me have to retire before they vote us into Hall of Fame.
Yeah, we're not Hall of Famers yet, Colin. You know what I mean? Maybe 20 years from now, we're not there yet. We're not inducted.
Do you buy that?
So he's just saying he literally isn't in the Hall of Fame.
He's physically not in the Hall of Fame yet. He hasn't been inducted in the Hall of Fame.
But I mean, we know that.
That's what he's saying. You can't talk about the greatest players until they're in the Hall of Fame. He probably would say the same thing about LeBron James.
But he will be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he will be. Yes, he will be. But
Michael.
So
it's without question that he will be in the Hall of
It
Fame.
is. But right now, you can't say he's a Hall of Fame player.
Right. We literally
That's
can't
Michael
say.
Jordan.
Factually, Tom Brady is not in the Hall of Fame.
That's true.
No,
you can't call him a Hall of Famer.
He's not a Hall of Famer yet.
Right.
Put the
we
future
call him
in there.
Future Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. But Jordan, he's not going to give you that nudge until you officially been put, in that
I'm a
class.
Jordan zealot. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He knew what he was saying.
He knew what he was saying.
Listen, Michael is very smart. Never forget with this China NBA thing, Michael never commented.
Yeah.
You ever notice that? Michael's figured it out. Why would I rush to Twitter and get in trouble? I got business all over China. Michael's always just a step smarter than everybody else. Chris, great seeing you.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.